Hi all. Hi. Hope you all are good. We are here for grade 7 math. You can find all the lessons on aplusstudents.com. You have to log in there using your email address and password is provided by the administrator. Then you have to select math from the subject tab. Scroll down to grade 7 and then click on view all lessons. There you can find a list of the chapters. We're going to start with the chapter percents. And the lessons we're going to cover today are percents of numbers and money amounts, solve percent equations, and percent of change. So please make sure you have your notebook and pencil so that you can note down the important examples and definitions as well. Let's just start with the lesson, right? So here I am on grade 7 math. We're working on the chapter percents. Let's just start with the lesson, that is percents of a number and money amounts. Let's just start with the lesson. Okay, let's just start with the lesson, that is percents of numbers and money amounts. So let's just start with the first one, that is what is 70% of 80, right? Okay, 70% of 80 you need to calculate, right? How do we calculate? That is 70% of 80, right? 80 is the whole, right? You have to calculate the part of 80. What part? Like you can say that is part. What part? 80%, right? So you need 70%, sorry. You need to form a proportion. That would be part divided by whole equals the percentage, right? Part you need to calculate. Whole is 80, that is 70 over 100, right? So just solve this question, that is P equals 70 times 80 over 100, that equals 56. That means 70% of 80 is 56. Basically, you need to form a proportion here. Just understand what you need to calculate, what is the whole and what part you need to calculate, and then just form a proportion, that is part divided by whole equals the percentage. Got it? Let's just start with the test questions. What is 60% of 20? So you need to calculate 60% of 20. Got it? How do we calculate? So 20 is the whole number. You need to calculate the part of 20. How much part? 60%. Right? So you need to form a proportion, that is part divided by whole equals the percentage, right? So part you need to calculate, the whole is 20, and that equals to 60 over 100, right? So part equals 60 times 20 over 100, that equals 12. That means 20% of 60 is 12. Got it? The correct option is 12. The correct option is 12. Complete the following statement. 80% of 65, we need to calculate 80% of 65. So that is the whole. You need to calculate the part of it. How much part? 80%. Got it? That is part divided by whole equals x. Part you need to calculate, whole is 65, and that is 80 over 100, right? Why 100? Because 80% always means 80 out of 100, right? So just cross multiply, that is p equals 80 times 65 over 100. The correct option is, hold on, that is 52. So the correct option is 52. That means 80% of 65 is 52. Got it? So 80% of 65 is 52. The correct option is $52, right? For the next one, you have to solve the question and write the answer in the chat box, right? The next one is, what is 30% of 90? Which is the correct option? Solve the question in your notebook and then just write down the answer in the chat box. So what is 30% of 70? 30% of 990. Which is the correct option? You need to calculate 30% of 90. So you have 90 is the whole number. You need to calculate the part of 90. How much part? 30%, right? That is part divided by whole equals x. Part you have to calculate, whole is 90. How much part? 30 over 100, right? So part equal 27. That means 30% of 70 is, yes, the correct option is 27. Got it? What is 40% of 15? Which is the correct option? Which is the correct option? 40% of 50 is, yes, the correct option is 6. 40% of 15 is 6. Got it? The next one is 20% of 55. Which is the correct option? You can calculate the answer on your notebook and write the answer in the chat box. So 20% of 15 is 20% of 55 is, yes, the correct option is 11. 20% of 55 is 11. The correct option is 11. The next one is, what is 100% of 17, which is the correct option? Yes, 100% of 17 is, yes, 100% of 17 is 17. It is option number 2 is the correct option, right? What is 60% of 10, which is the correct option? Yes, 60% of 10 is $6. It is very good. The correct option is 6. What is 30% of 10, which is the correct option? 30% of 10 is, yes, the correct option is 3. 30% of 10 is 3. Very good. Okay, the next one is, what is 90% of 10? Which is the correct option? 90% of 10 equals? Yes, that is 9. So the correct option is 9, right? Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just move on to next lesson. And the next lesson is, the next lesson is percents of number. Word problems, you can do word problems on your own. The next one is solve percent equations, right? So now you are You need to solve the equations. Basically the proportion is same we just did with the questions, but you have to see the question carefully, like what you have to find in the question. Just start with the first example. Complete the following statement. Write your answer as decimal or whole number, right? So just look at the statement. You are given how many percent of 92 is 69, right? You have to calculate how much percent of 92 equals 69. Basically you have to use the same proportion we're using for the part we did right before this one, right? The part is 69, right? And 69 is the part of what number? That is whole number 92. You just have to calculate the n, that is for the percentage, right? So you are given what percent of 92 equals 69, right? That is the whole, and this one is the part. You need to calculate the n, like how much percent it is, right? So just use the values, that is part divided by whole equals n divided by 100. So part is 69, whole is 92, and n you have to find divided by 100, right? Just cross multiply, move x 100 on the other side, so that is 69 times 100 over 62. So you need to calculate the value of n. So which is the correct option? Let me just multiply and divide. Let's see which is the answer. 6900 divided by 62 is, hold on, 6900 divided by 62 is it 62 or 69? Uh, that is 69 and 92. Oh, sorry, that is, I did a mistake. What? That's why I'm thinking why I'm not this one. Here you have 69 times 100 divided by 92 it is. Here I'm using 62, right? What's wrong with the whiteboard? So 69 times 100 divided by uh, 92 is 75%. That means 69 is 75% of 62. Let's just start with the test questions. Okay, the first one is complete the following sentence. Write your answer as decimal or whole number, right? So you have to see what percent of 10 is 7, right? So let's just calculate what percent of 10 is 70. 7, sorry, not 70. This is just a 7, right? So this is the whole number, this is the part, and you need to calculate the percentage. So it would be part divided by whole. You are given with the part is 7. You have to do n divided by 100. Part is 7, w is 10, that equals, so 700 divided by 70 is just cross multiply 100 to the other side, right? So that is n equals 70. That means 70% of 10 equals 70. The correct option is 70%. Got it? Okay, the next one is complete the following statement. Write your answer as a decimal or whole number. So what percent of 92 equals 69? That's the one we did on tutorial. So which is the correct option? Who remembers the answer? which is the correct option. What percent of 92 is 69? Let's just do this one on the board. So this is the whole, this is the part, right? You have to calculate what percent. So that is part divided by whole equals x over 100. Just substitute the values. Part is 69, whole is 92, and x divided by 100. So x equals 69 times 100 divided by 92. So which is the correct option? Yes, that is 75%. That means, yes, x equals 75%. That means, 69 is 75% of 92. The correct option is 75%. Got it? The next one, you have to solve your question on your notebook and write down the answer in the chat box. Which is the correct option? Yes, the correct option is 30. 60% of 30 is 18. The correct option is 30. Got it? Complete the following statement. Write your answer as a decimal or whole number. Which is the correct option? What percent of 2 equals 1? Which is the correct option? That is 50%, right? Because 1 is exactly half of 2. So the correct option is 50%. What percent of 90 equals 9? Which is the correct option? Yes, that is 10% of 90 equals 9. 10% it is. Got it? Okay, the next one is 25% of dash equals 1. 25% of Okay, let's see. We have to calculate the whole number here, right? 25% of what equals 1, right? You are given the percentage form, you are given the part. This one you can say x. You need to calculate the whole number, right? That is whole part divided by whole number equals x over 100. So part you have to, 1 is the part, whole number you have to find, and x over 100. So x equals part, hold on. Okay, yes, you are not given with the whole. You need to find, right? X you are given is 25. Here you have 25%. So hold on, let me just write it down again. Okay, so part is 1, whole number you need to find, and that is x divided by 25, right? That is 25 divided by 100. So just cross multiply. Here you have p, that is p equals p times 100 equal 25, and p equals 25 over 100, and that equals 1 over 4. That means 25% of 4 is 1. The correct option is 4. 25% of 4 is 1. Got it? Okay, now next one you have to do on your own, then we'll move on to the next lesson. What percentage of 34 is 34? Which is the correct option? 100% of 34 is 34. Got it? Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just move on to next lesson. And the next lesson is, the next lesson is percent of a number. You can do solve percent equations word problem on your own. Let's just start with the next one, that is percent of change, right? You have to calculate the percent of change. What is the percent of change from 1000 to 40, right? You have to see how well, how that is change from 1000 to 40. So 1000 is a bigger number and 40 is the smaller one, right? When you go from bigger number to smaller number, that is a decrease, right? And when you go from smaller number to greater number, that will be increase, right? So you can see the value is decreasing. Earlier that is 1000 and now they are 40, right? So you have to calculate the rate of change. Percent of change equals the amount of change divided by the e- original amount, right? So you have 0.96 it is. Let's just start with the test questions. Okay, what is the percent of change from 75 to 40, right? So earlier that is 75. Now that is decreasing to 54, right? That means that is decreasing. 75 to 54, right? You need to calculate the rate of change. So you need to calculate the difference between them, 54 minus 75, and the original is 75, right? So 54 minus 75 is 54 minus 75, that is negative 21, and negative 21 shows that is just a um, that is 21 divided by 75 is 0.28. Just multiply it by the 100, that is 28. The correct option is 28. Got it? That is 28% decrease. The value is decreasing. What is the percentage of change from 5 to 9? So which is the correct option now? That is increasing, right? From 5 to 9 it is increasing. Let's just calculate the value. So 5 to 9 it is originally, that is 5. 5 to 9. You have to do 9 minus 5, and the original value is 5. That is changed from 5 to 9, right? So you have to subtract, and 9 minus 5 is 4. That is 4 over 5 times 100. That is 4 divided by 5. That is 0.8. When you multiply it by the 100, that is 80%, right? The correct option is 80% it is. Got it? The correct option is 80% increase, right? Because that is increasing from 4, 5 to 9. So the values are increasing. What is the percent of change from 4 to 3? Which is the correct option? Yes, that is 25% decrease, right? From 4 to 3, that is decreasing. So that is 25% decrease. Got it? The next one is, what is the percent of change from 2000 to 3000, right? That means that is increasing. 2000 to 3000 means that is an increase, right? So the correct one is 2000 to 3000. So just subtract 3000 minus 2000 is 1000 divided by the original value. The original value is 22,000 before the change, right? That is 2,000. So you can divide that equals 1 over 2. The correct option is 50%. The correct option is 50%. Got it? That is 58%, 50% increase, right? What is the percent of change from 600,000 to 60,000? Which is the correct option? That is a decrease, right? From 600,000 to you went 60,000, right? So now you have to divide it by the original value. So that is 540,000 divided by 600,000. The correct option is zero point 0.9. That means that is 90% increase. The correct option is option number 1. That is 90% increase. Mm, Oh, yes, that is 90% decrease. Sorry. That is from 600,000 to 660,000. So that is a decrease. Sorry. What is the percent of change from 20 to 22? Which is the correct option? Which is the correct option? Yes, that is 10% increase. It is, right? From 20 to 22, that is increasing. What is the percent of change from 200,000 to 40,000? So, which is the correct option? That is a decrease, right? From 200s to 1,000 to 40,000, that is a decrease. That is 80%. The correct option is 80% increase. It is, right? Option number 3 is the correct option. Yes, that is 80% decrease. The correct option is 80% decrease. It is. Okay, the next one is, what is the percent of change from 40,000 to 600? So, which is 4,000 to 600? So, which is the correct option? Yes, that is 85% decrease, right? Option number 3 is the correct option. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. So, we were working on grade 7 math. The chapter we're working on is percents, and the lessons we have covered today are percent of numbers and money amount, solve percent equations, and percent of change. You can do the word problems on your own, right? So if you need more help with any of the lesson, you can contact any tutor on the Skype. They are available from Monday to Friday 5 to 9, or either you can join me in the interactive session that would be daily from 4 to 5 and from 9 to 10, right? So if you have any question related to the lessons we have just finished, you can please ask. I'm here to answer all your questions and confusions if you have any. You can please ask if you have any question. No questions? No questions? Okay, then that's all for today. See you in the next session. Bye, everyone.